हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल इन्फोटेक में सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। ये चैनल कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए है और जनरल नॉलेज गेन करने के लिए है। तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब करिए, लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और कमेंट तो ढेर सारे कीजिए। और मैं बिना टाइम वेस्ट करके, मुझे पता है कि टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो बिना टाइम वेस्ट करते हुए मैं आज का न्यूज सेशन आपके सामने पेश करता हूँ। चलो पहुंचते हैं पहली न्यूज पे। Intel partners up with CBSE to announce AI for All initiative. Intel has collaborated with the CBSE Ministry of Education to announce the launch of the AI for All initiative. With this, the company aims to create a basic understanding of artificial intelligence for everyone in India. Based on Intel's AI for Citizens program, AI for All is a 4-hour self-paced learning program that demystifies AI in an inclusive manner. Let's move to the next one. Lok Sabha passes Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Amendment Bill and the Inland Vessels Bill. The Lok Sabha today passed the Airports Economic Regulatory Authority of India Bill 2021 and the Inland Vessels Bill 2021 without any discussion. Bills thrust upon the increase of air traffic and related economic activities across the country, including Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The Inland Vessels Bill replaces the Inland Vessels Act 1917. Let's move to the next news. PM Modi launches Academic Bank of Credit and Artificial Intelligence Program for Education Sector. PM announced the launching of several initiatives undertaken under the National Education Policy 2020, including Academic Bank of Credit and the Artificial Intelligence Program to make the youth future-oriented and open the way for an AI-driven economy. He also launched structured assessment for analyzing learning levels and assessment for grades 3rd, 5th, and 8th in school. Also, PM launches Nishtha 2.0 as per their necessity. Next news. National Ayush Mission to continue as centrally sponsored scheme for another 5 years till 2026. The Union Cabinet approved continuation of the National Ayush Mission as a centrally sponsored scheme for another 5 years till 2020, continue from April 1, 2021 to March 31, 2026. The scheme would continue from April 1, 2021 to March 31, 2026 with a financial implication of rupees 4,607.30 crore to be spent during this period. Also, the mission was launched on September 15, 2014. GOI Direct states not to file cases, scrapped Section 66A of IT. GOI, that is Government of India, directed all states and union territories to ask all police stations under their jurisdiction not to register cases under the repealed section of 66A of the Information Technology Act 2000. Under the scrapped Section 66A of the IIT Act, a person posting offensive messages could be imprisoned for up to 3 years and also get fined. Very important news of today's session. Let's move on to the next news. Minister of State for External Affairs inaugurates the BRICS Civil Forum 2021. The Minister of State in the Ministry of External Affairs, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, inaugurated the BRICS Civil Forum 2021, being organized by the Research and Information System for Developing Countries. The two-day event was organized by India as BRICS chair, with an apt focus on technology and sustainability in the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, the BRICS nations are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Let's move to the next news. Global Education Summit begins in London. The United Kingdom and Kenya are co-hosting a two-day global education summit in London to raise $5 billion for global partnerships for education, which funds public education in up to 90 countries and territories, home to more than 80% of the world's out-of-school children. Very important news. Let's move to the next news. Rajasthan government launches Mission Niryatak Bano to encourage export. The Rajasthan government's Industries Department and the Rajasthan State Industrial Development and Investment Corporation have launched the Mission Niryatak Bano campaign to promote aspiring exporters in the state. The campaign is aimed at registering and handholding the local traders willing to export foreign countries. As we know, the CM of Rajasthan is Mr. Ashok Gehlot. Let's move to the next news. Jammu and Kashmir government signs MOU with JSW Foundation for restoration of Shalimar Nishant Garden. JSW Foundation has already conducted a study for conservation and restoration of Shiv Khari heritage site in Reasi district. Also, Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir is Manoj Sinha. JSW Foundation chairperson is Sangeeta Jindal. Next news. Ladakh government gets RBI nod to acquire 8.3% stake in Jammu and Kashmir Bank. The RBI has accorded its approval to the government of the Union Territory of Ladakh to acquire 8.23% of the paid-up equity capital of Jammu and Kashmir Bank Limited, as on the date of enforcement of Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. This is subject to compliance with the relevant provisions of Banking Regulation Act 1949. Let's move to the next news. Indore becomes the first Indian city to be selected for the International Clean Air Catalyst Program. Clean Air Catalyst Program is an initiative by the US Agency for International Development, WRI, and the Environmental Defense Fund to expedite clean air solutions in cities. The only Indian city in this international project is Madhya Pradesh, Indore, which is also known as the cleanest city in the country. As we all know, CM of Madhya Pradesh is Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Let's move to the next news. Former CBI Special Director Rakesh Asthana appointed as Delhi Police Commissioner. The Border Security Force Director General and former Special Director of the CBI, Rakesh Asthana, was appointed as the Commissioner of Delhi Police. He is the 1984 batch IPS officer from Gujarat cadre. Currently, Balaji has been holding the additional charge of Commissioner of Police Delhi after S.N. Srivastava completed his tenure. Let's move to the next. The RBI Digital Payment Index rises to 270.59 as against 207.84 from March 2020. The Reserve Bank of India March Digital Payments Index rose to 270.59 as against 207.84 for March 2020, indicating significant growth in digital transactions. The RBI announced the Reserve Bank of India Digital Payments Index with March 2018 as base to capture the extent of digitalization of payments across the country. The Governor of RBI is Shaktikanta Das. Let's move to the next. RBI imposed a penalty of ₹5 crore on Axis Bank for violating the rules. The RBI imposed a monetary penalty of ₹5 crores on Axis Bank for non-compliance with certain provisions. The statutory inspections for supervisory evaluation of the bank were conducted by RBI with reference to its financial position. The related correspondence revealed non-compliance with the above-mentioned directions issued by the RBI. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Axis Bank is Mr. Amitav Chaudhary. Graphic artist Anand Radhakrishnan wins prestigious Eisner Award. Mumbai-based graphic artist Anand Radhakrishnan, 32 of age, has won the prestigious Will Eisner Comic Industry Award, considered the Oscars. The Eisner Awards are given out annually, and the award won by Radhakrishnan, Best Painter Award, Best Painter, Multimedia Artist, Interior Art, recognizes the creator of a graphic novels, arts, and images. Radhakrishnan shares the award with the UK-based colorist John Pearson. Let's move the final news of today's news section. RBI cancels license of Madgaon Urban Cooperative Bank Limited, Margao. The RBI cancelled the license of the Madgaon Urban Cooperative Bank Limited, Margao, Goa, as the bank with its current financial position would be unable to pay its present depositors in full. It mentioned that as per the data submitted by the bank, about 99% of the depositors will receive full amounts of their deposits from the Deposit Insurance and the Credit Guarantee Corporation. Chair of DICGC is Mr. M.D. Patra, and also M.D. Patra is the Deputy Governor RBI. Today's session is over. I hope you liked my video. Please do subscribe, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the like button. And please follow my channel for everyday content. And thank you so much. Hello.